thanks everyone for coming out to the Open Mic Live. This is being broadcast live online, so text, tweet, Facebook your friends, tell them to go to HollywoodStandsUp.com and see you perform your 3-minute set coming up almost immediately following a couple of announcements. We do teach classes here at ACME. We have classes in improv, sketch writing, and stand-up. I'm not hinting at anything, but I think you guys will know who the other people are, okay? So just drop off their names. And commercial audition workshops is another interesting class we have. So, without further ado, on the lineup tonight, Darren Capozzi is doing a half-hour special at 8:30. He's opened by Stacy Scally, Rob Lindo, and Ed Galvez is hosting the show later in the evening. We have Zach Basita, Justine Marino, Matt McConkey, Jessica Michelle Singleton, Stu Smith, Brad Stewart, and Dave Swan, and Ian Tindell, who's also the host of Open Mic Live. Please welcome to the stage now, Ian Tindell.
Yes!
Thank you. Thank you for the very warm applause, guys. I appreciate that. None of you know who the hell I am, so I appreciate the fact that you appreciate that I have a name in human form and that you're giving it up for that. It's good to start off with positivity. Guys, give yourselves a round of applause for coming out tonight, please. We're going to have some fun tonight. Let's just go ahead and hop on into it tonight. I think, real quick rundown, I'm going to be right over there with my lamp of justice. That will turn red when I'm giving you guys a minute. So please pay attention to that. You'll be getting about 3 minutes tonight. Don't run the time because that's disrespectful to all the other comedians, and we're going to try and get everyone up because we have other shows. And yeah, anyway, I don't know, I'm just rambling right now. You guys ready to start this off with some of the performers for the night? Yeah. Yeah? All right, or not, whatever. Fuck us. All right, guys, coming to the stage first is going to be Scott, followed by Amy and Julia. Give it up for Scott. Scott, yeah. Yeah, give it up for Scott.
Kids are assholes.
Yeah.
I've come to realize that at my age, doesn't matter whose kids they are or kids on the street, they're all douchebags. When I was younger, when you took whatever an adult told you as the truth. You know, speak back. You show adults respect. I was asked for money for a kids track team on the street the other day, and you know what he had the nerve to say? You know, I told him I had already given money to another kid across the street, and he had the nerve to ask me, "Who'd you give it to? How much did you give them?" I was like, "Holy shit!" I mean, granted, yes, I was lying. I did not give money to the other kid running track. They seem to be running track all year long, asking for money. So you can probably tell from my voice, I'm not from California. I'm from New Jersey. Yeah.
What exits?
Not yet. Northwest, yeah. I was raised by my parents, Irish Catholic mother, Jewish father, boy. So that means I like to drink, but I don't want to pay for it. Yeah, it's not great. So I'm new out here to California. So my parents, they call all the time just to make sure everything's going okay. Phone conversations go the same every single time. My mother's, "Are you still making fun of me in your comedy?" Well, yeah, it's just way too easy. They keep calling because they think California is crazy. From New Jersey, he came out here with a trailer to visit. My mother also asks, "Are you on drugs?" Jeez, I wish. I can't afford drugs, Mom. And then my father gets on the phone, and the only question he asks, "Did you get a job yet?" "No, Dad, no, I'm still trying this." "Well, you're going to need a job eventually." And hanging up the phone with my father is the longest part of the conversation. He'll say, "Okay, I'll talk to you later. Okay, Dad, see you. Okay, everything's good, everything's good. Yep. The majority of the conversation happens, in the conclusion of our talk. So you can imagine at 32 years old, at 30 years old, I finally decided to go to a therapist. I figured it was time, growing up with all this guilt. The first time I went to a therapist, it was to someone, through my HMO, so that must have been, he's really good. he had a futon for me to sit on, and it was in his apartment. I was looking for something a little bit more like first class. I was looking for like a little bit more, Dr. Severs from Family Class. No, growing pants. Yeah, speaking of growing pants. Get your shit together, Scott. So I found a nice middle-aged woman. If I could use like a little mommy love. So is that 3 already? Oh, okay. So, but you know how the conversation went. I went into the office for my second appointment. She started crying. She said she was going through some personal stuff. So I figured, you know what, my life might not be that bad, but if she's crying, so I don't think therapy's for me. I'll just drink. Thank you.
Yeah, kids are assholes. That's right. Something I can agree with today. All right, next up is Amy, followed by Julia, and then Rye. Give it up for Amy, everyone. Yeah.
So I went to a really awkward dinner party the other night because I showed up drunk. And everyone else was sober, but like they were all pregnant, so they couldn't be drinking, I don't know, you might call it a baby shower. I just called a bill, it's really not a party. And I was trying to pretend that I cared, and it was like, it's kind of rude because it's our second kid. It's like, Mary, you should maybe get a divorce if you can't afford your second kid, Because at that point, it's basically just a fuck trophy to be like, look, we're still having sex. That was like her birthday gift to her husband. But I was pretending that I cared, when I saw the picture of the sonogram. And I don't know if you've ever noticed those pictures, but it looks just like a giant shrimp. And I guess they get offended if you're like, oh my gosh, it looks just like a giant shrimp with autism. But whatever, their other kid's autistic. Isn't that genetic? I didn't pay attention in school. You guys have a master's in special ed. I should know this. But I have nothing in common with my friends anymore, and it's fine. Because we were raised differently, Like I was raised, it's rude to ask questions like, how are you? And what do you do for a living? And it's like, that's rude. I bring home money. No be whore. That's what he calls girls. That's what you call a girl in Croatia. Because we're not supposed to do stuff. But my whole childhood, my grandpa was on trial for war crimes. They said he killed 50,000 Jews during World War II. I wish he killed more. Whoever installed that parking meter right here, it doesn't even change. Right? They didn't kill enough in the Holocaust. That's what I'm saying right now. Put $2 thing, right? Like what machine did not get to change that? Like sorry, people that are not laughing are Jewish, but whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, I found out that my grandpa was on trial for war crimes. You guys, it was in grade school. This cunt, you might know her, Patty Munoz, came up to me, and I think she was on scholarship because her dad was manager of that one fast food restaurant. What's it called? Oh, Olive Garden. And she was like, Amy, I saw your family on television. Your grandpa killed all the Jews. I was like, oh, how sad she's not paying attention in school because all Catholics know that the Jews killed Jesus. That's called Easter. Thank you. You celebrated too. Just how they do it in New Jersey. 3 times I've been there, I've always thrown up in the Holland Tunnel. Because I've been in a blackout. I call it daycation. It's a lot classier. You're like, what am I doing here? Where have I done the last 48 hours? All right, you guys. None of you have drinking problems. Whatever. Hope your dad touches you at night. All right, you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know you guys with this thought. Single people, we have abortions, and God calls them miscarriages. God bless you guys. Thank you. That's it. Thank you.
Chico!
So much for everyone else's Holocaust jokes tonight. All right, guys. Next up is Julia, followed by Ryan and Maria. Give it up for Julia.
What's up, everybody? Give it up for Amy, you guys. My friend, I love her. I don't know, the abortion thing, I don't even have a joke about this, but I just found out that the Obama administration just labeled pregnancy as a disease now. Did you know that? Yeah. So now, it's even easier to get the morning after pill over the counter. pregnancy as a disease. Oh my gosh, I would love to tell the fucking Pope about that one. Let's see. Okay. Yes. Cosmo. I was reading Cosmo while I was in the restroom in Vegas, and I was reading an article with the interview with Kim Kardashian, and this really pissed me off because she said that you would not believe that I've never passed gas or gone number 2. And I'm like, really, Kim Kardashian? You've never taken a shit or farted in your life? No wonder why your ass is so fucking big. Okay, not only that, but that pisses me off because you know how many teenagers read this shit and think it's real? And how many girls all over the country are gonna develop IBS because of Kim Kardashian? Somebody needs to shoot that bitch. Anyways, all right. Oh yeah. So, short men. I'm addicted to dating short men. This is a known fact. And one of the reasons why I like dating short men is because I know on the first date I'm not gonna get raped by one. I'm too big for them people. Too big. And then when you break up with short guys, you never have to worry about looking them straight in the eye ever again. You just keep your head up. Keep your head up, ladies, and walk on by. The only awkward thing about dating short guys is when they're spooning you, their feet tickle your kneecaps. And it's just like, oh, okay, this is a little weird. Yeah, all right. I don't know if this, I came up with this, and I don't know if it's going to work. I need to stand. But, how am I going to put this? Match.com. I love Match.com. I think it's hilarious, and I love how profile pictures can be very deceiving. And this is my impression of a profile picture gone awry on the first date. I'm glad that there's something right here. Hi! Did I tell you I didn't have any arms? I don't need handcuffs. I'm not going to put up a fight. I'm working on it, people. I'm working on it. All right. That's my time, everyone. Have a good night.
Good thing about armless men, though, is that they'll also have a hard time raping you. So don't judge too much. All right, guys. Next up is Rye, followed by Maria and then Joseph. Give it up for Rye.
Thank you. You were saying you date short guys. I have a thing for crazy girls, but I mean like literally crazy. I feel like guys in my generation just use the word crazy as shorthand for a phrase of like, I don't want to date that girl anymore. So like you ask a guy, like, oh man, that bitch was crazy. I'm like, what was crazy about her? He's like, I don't know, man. She got all pissed when I cheated on her. It's not crazy. Crazy is like girls that I've dated were like on their Facebook page, their status update is going off my meds. Let's see what happens. That's great. Girls, like I had a girl on our first date. We're at the movies, and I go, "How'd your week go?" She said, "Oh, it was great. I got a new therapist." That's a first date conversation right now. I go, "Oh, that's good, I guess." And she goes, "No, it was really good because I called them up and they told me they were all booked up, but then I told them what was going on with me and they got me in right away." It's our first date. I don't need to know that you were so crazy. It's being considered urgent care. Like, I don't need to know that you're so crazy they just bumped a dude who fucked a squirrel, all right? I don't need to know that. So let's watch The Jumble and move on with our lives. It's Matthew Perry, by the way, The Jumble. Anyway, the crazy girl I ever dated, though, came with me to see a show that I was doing in Columbus, Ohio. I was doing comedy, and she came out to the show, and we're hanging out in the bar at the club, and she goes, "Hey, do you think Valerie Bertinelli's going to be here tonight?" Do you ever somebody say something so crazy you think they might have information you don't? That is what the phrase, "Do you think Valerie Bertinelli is going to be here?" sounds like at a comedy club in Columbus, Ohio on a Thursday. Like maybe she's in town signing autographs for Hot for Cleveland, like it's an Ohio Pride thing, I don't know. And then she goes, "No, I just think she's really funny and she might try doing stand-up." So in this girl's head, we live in a world where Valerie Bertinelli, who lives in Los Angeles, by the way, could come out to Acme and do comedy tonight if she wanted to. Instead, flies to Columbus, Ohio on a weeknight for a guest set. That's what we think happens here. So I go, "No, I don't think she's going to be here." She's, "Oh, that's too bad because I read her book," which is another crazy thing she said. "I read her book, and there's a part where she's talking about drinking and driving with Eddie Van Halen. I think it's really irresponsible to put that out there in the world, and I want to tell her that." So now she's having a fight with Valerie Bertinelli. A second ago, she was hoping to see her bust some jokes out. Now she has shit she wants to get off her chest. That is the point in my time where my head went from thinking, am I going to have sex with this girl tonight, to I am definitely going to have sex with this girl tonight. But I had better have a safe word ready. And that safe word, Bertinelli. All right, thank you guys very much. You guys have fun. Thank you.
All right, guys. Next up, Maria, followed by Joseph, David, and then Valerie Bertinelli. Give it up for Maria.
I believe in you.
Awesome. Hi, guys. I'm broke, and I can't afford to fix the things in my life. Like, I have like the check engine light's been on in my car, and it finally went out, but only because it burned out. Like, I just don't have any money. Like, my hard drive crashed, and I took it in to get it fixed, and they're like, well, to even see if we can get it going, it's going to cost you $1,000. And I was like, $1,000 just to see if you can. I don't have $1,000 is like a magical number for me right now. It's like a year's salary. I don't have that. I wouldn't revive a computer for $1,000. I wouldn't even revive a child for $1,000 right now. Like, yeah, 5 years was a good run. That's all I need. I'm just lazy. That's why I don't have any money. I'm lazy. I never go to the grocery store because it's like it's too close for me to drive to, and like just far enough away that I never want to walk to it, so I never make it there. Like, I was sitting at home watching TV and on Facebook because I was supposed to be writing, and like I was watching this thing about pyramids, and I was just like, holy shit! It's just amazing what humans are capable of without Facebook. You know, like, they had nothing to do in ancient Egypt, so they built pyramids. Like, if social networking existed back then, I just don't think it would never happen, because somebody would be like, you know what we would be amazing is like a big structure to represent the rays of the sun and the birth and the death of the sun god, and somebody would be like, ah, that's funny, you should tweet that. and that would be the end of it. Like, there would never be any pyramids built. What else? I was at a comedy show, and some guy came in and tried to kill himself. Which, somebody made me late. He tried to kill himself, and you really kind of realize who you are in situations like that, because like, we thought he was kidding at first, but he had a broken glass bottle, and he started bleeding, and then so my friend who hosted the show like ran to rush him and like stop him from doing that, and I ran to the back of the room. like I didn't want to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what he's gonna do. I ran, and I felt bad about it. And the guy was like, well, you know, don't worry about it. You called 911, so you helped. And I was like, yeah, but only after I finished tweeting about it. Not that nice of a person. Like, the guy started screaming that he had AIDS, and
Oh my God.
yeah, well, you know, he was kind of just trying to get everybody off of him because they had like pinned him down. But like, for me, if you're a stranger and you're bleeding, I already assume you have AIDS. I'm not going to touch you. You have AIDS until proven not AIDS. All right, thank you very much.
For the love of God, no one tried to kill themselves tonight. As the host, I'm going to have to deal with that shit. I don't want to have to. And we're broadcasting this live up. Well, actually, we're broadcasting. Oh, no, all right. Josh, our co-producer, is dead. All right. Next up is Joseph, followed by David, and then Amanda, and Valerie Bertinelli is following after that. Give it up for Joseph.
Yeah, Larkin.
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen of cyberspace. If laughter really is the best medicine, then your cancer is about to go into remission. That's how funny I am. Oh man, I just heard that Disney is making a full-length motion picture, an animation, if you will, of the life of the Prophet Muhammad. I think this is gonna blow up in their faces. Ha ha! Gotcha, Muhammad. False god, motherfucker. What else? This is a character I like to do called Larry David the Cable Guy. This is what he says. Lord, I apologize. But really, you should apologize too. Seriously, you should... I'm taking my apology back! Thank you. Guys, I don't understand why Highlander 2 exists. I thought there was only supposed to be one. Or there could only be, I've never seen either of those movies. God damn it. I tailored my set for the nerds watching at home. Because they know that kind of stuff. I don't want to talk about what Father O'Flanagan did to me, guys. It's kind of a touchy subject. T-cells. The T-cells are doubling as we speak. Oh, here's one for Amy Chipo and her grandfather. Those Nazis really put the ow into Auschwitz, didn't they? It's not even good enough for a tweet. Not even good enough for a tweet, guys. What else? Oh man, I lost my virginity to Dirty Diana. Now, as embarrassing as that is, he insisted on playing that fucking Michael Jackson song the whole time. The joke being, I fucked a guy named Diana. Work with me, people. Work with me. What else? I was dating this gal a few years ago, and it ended kind of sourly. And she told a mutual friend that I was a sorry excuse for a fuck buddy. To which I say, with fuck buddies like that, who needs fuck enemies? That's a joke from the very first time I did comedy. Here's another character for you. This guy is called the man who makes this obscene hand gesture at inappropriate moments. Here we go, guys. My mother just passed away, and her funeral was on Friday, and it was so beautiful. And I was so sad as they lowered her into the ground. You might say the Nazis put the ow in Auschwitz. Fuck everything. All right, one more. Ah! Somehow I think my Match.com profile would get more action if my username wasn't Twat Smasher. All caps. Somehow I think my Match.com profile would get more action if my username wasn't Ovarian Cancer. Somehow I think my Match.com profile would get more action if my username wasn't I'm the guy who raped you _69. Somehow I think my Match.com profile would get more action if my username wasn't Fred Durst. Fuck you, Fred Durst. I know you're watching at home. Take that. All right, thanks for nothing. Thanks for humiliating me in front of cyberspace. Give it up for our host, I guess.
Give it up for Twat Smasher, everyone. Twat Smasher. All right, next up is David, followed by Ahmed, Anthony, and then Valerie Bertinelli. Give it up for David.
Hey, folks. Quick fact about me. I always say the alphabet backwards because Z, I'm an individual. And Y, I'm totally zany. Another fact about me, I'm really, really scared of stuffed animals because in my mind, it's only a matter of time before they get hungry again. And the third fact and final fact, I'm colorblind, and the way that I found out I'm colorblind was that in kindergarten, everybody in my class had to paint a fire truck and put it on the wall. So I put my fire truck up on the wall, and my friend Mike Holbeck looked at it, and he said, "That ain't no fire truck, that's a poop truck." Because I had painted my fire truck brown. The town I grew up in, it really wasn't if you were a son of a bitch, it was more what kind of a son of a bitch you were. Because in my town we had all kinds. We had slim sons of bitches, chunky sons of bitches, sawed off sons of bitches, weird sons of bitches, drunk sons of bitches, queer sons of bitches, kooky sons of bitches, arachnophobic sons of bitches, bald sons of bitches, and just your garden variety son of a bitch bastard sons of bitches. So I guess what I'm telling you folks is that in my town, there were a lot of bitches, and they were having boys by the bushel. And these women would walk around town just all pickle-faced, looking like they had eaten pickle after pickle, just waiting to snap at somebody. So I know what you're probably asking. You're like, Dave, what was it like growing up in a town where all the men were sons of bitches and all the women were pickle-faced? Well, I'll give you a little example. I went over to my friend Mike Holbeck's house one day. I knocked on the door. His mother answered, looking like she had just removed her head from a fresh jar of pickles. And I said, can Mike come out and play? And she said, I don't know, can he? And I was like, oh, so that's where that smart mouth son of a bitch gets it from. All right, thanks everybody. My name's Dave Van Huysen.
Give it up for that comedian son of a bitch, guys.
It'd help if that mic was on. All right, next up is Ahmed, followed by Anthony, Tracy, and then Valerie Bertinelli. Give it up for Ahmed.
Thank you, guys. Oh, man. How's it going? Just want to say hi, everybody. 3.5 million viewers at home. Reiterate, last time I was here, I just want to say, fuck you, Dad. I still hate you. You're a son of a bitch. Mom, too. Every time you call Dad, you just ask me how many push-ups I can do now. And that's like, why would I, you know, like, what kind of question is that? I haven't seen you in 5 years. You know, it's like you're asking me how many fucking push-ups I can do. I'm out here pursuing my dreams in the desert. You know? I'm doing comedy every night. This is what I don't have anything planned. It's fucking pathetic. But you guys are doing great. I don't know if Facebook really would have prevented the whole Jews being forced to make pyramids thing. Like, does that make sense to anybody else? That seems like a bit of a... I think maybe it would have helped organize the slavery of the Jews, if anything. People would be able to, like, you know, instantly talk about the Jews and how shitty they are. And what did you guys do today? Did you guys do anything? Anything productive? I did nothing. I don't have cable. I just moved to my new apartment and I don't have internet or cable, so I don't know what to do. I just look at things. I just sit and look at things in my apartment. I was thinking about the zoo, though. The zoo is fucked up. You guys realize, like of all the things that have happened, like we're like doing a lot of progressive stuff, but the zoo still exists. Like, how did that slide under the radar? How is that a fun family activity? It's just, oh, Jimmy likes the lions. They look angry. Yeah, their lives suck. Not all lions are angry. You know, it's like people that live in impoverished areas look angry too. Their lives are horrible. It shouldn't be fun. I like the hypocrisy of it too. Like, my parents were vegetarians, and they still brought me to the zoo and raised me vegetarian, which was like the hippo. Oh, let's look at the hippos. They'd look at me with a look that I now know was, please eat me, please. I have nothing. I'm comfortable in water, but I don't know why. I'm a fucking animal in a zoo. That's my time. Thank you very much.
Give it up for all the Jew love tonight. How about that, huh? The Jews are they're doing all right. All right, next up is Anthony, followed by Tracy, Taylor, and then Valerie Bertinelli. Give it up for Anthony.
Hey guys, how you doing? High fives. High fives all around. How you doing? Awesome. Awesome. a guy earlier was talking about kids. Here's the thing I'm tired of. I'm tired of kids selling candy in front of grocery stores. Because I feel bad because I can never afford to buy any of the candy. So it's to the point now where every time I walk into a grocery store, I'm like, because I'm pretty sure those kids aren't going to ask me if I want to buy any fucking candy, you know? Seriously. You guys down with Occupy Wall Street? Yeah? Yeah, awesome. Here's my thing, guys. We got to kick it up a notch with the whole Occupy Wall Street thing. If we really want to do something, here's what we got to do. We need to redirect the sewer lines in America so every time you take a shit, it lands on Wall Street. Now hear me out. That way then police will be like, oh my God, we got a crisis. You know, there's shit all over Wall Street. It's terrible. It's contaminated. We got to shut down Wall Street. No one can work, you know? And then finally the rich people will be like, well, if we can't work, we can't make money. And then fucking we'd be like, well, now you know how we feel. Awesome. Then we'd be equal. High five. It's hard for me to believe that there's still homophobic people left in this planet, you know? And they always say the same thing, you know? They're like, I'm okay with these gay people as long as none of them touch me. I don't want any of them touching me, you know? Like as if they're going to get raped. I'm sorry, you're never going to turn on the news and it's going to be like, today in the park, 4 men were brutally raped by a vicious gang of homosexuals. It's never going to happen, you know? You might turn on the news and be like, today in the park, 50 gay men ripped off their shirts and danced to techno music for a cancer benefit. Fuck yeah! I'd love to see that. Can you guys tell me, please just somebody tell me, what is Jesus doing with all this money? Can anybody tell me? The church should make a water park. Wouldn't that be the shit? That'd be awesome. Wouldn't that be the greatest thing ever? Welcome to the all-new Jesus' Water to Wine Park. Fuck yeah. Attractions include Moses' walk-on water slide, Adam and Eve's churro stand, Noah's Wet and Wild Ark, and the all-new 98-story, 227-mile-long God's Wrath Super Slide. Fuck yeah. Feel it, mortals. That'd be awesome. All right, I'm Anthony Browning. Thanks, guys.
All right, next up, Tracy, followed by Taylor, and then Jessica, and not Valerie Bertinelli. She called out that bitch. All right, so give it up for Tracy.
Thank you. Give it up for me. Yay. How are we? I apologize for this bow action. I've got it. I don't think I'm a unicorn or 19 or anything, just to straighten this out. Okay, I lost all my hair ties, and I think it's because I cleaned my apartment. Like, does anybody here, like I have, like, my chaos is organized. Like, I can't fuck my system up. You know what I'm talking about? You guys, don't change your sheets. That's what I'm trying to get at. Disgusting. I'm a nanny. I nanny during the day, and I nanny for 3 different families. And one family I fucking hate. Like the mom, I don't hate the kids, I hate the parents. And like for somebody who does so much yoga lattes, like she should be fucking mellow, but she's not. She's crazy and she's just nuts and she wants to get away from her kids. And so do I, and it's just a nightmare. And then this other family I watch is Kenzie and Logan, and they're white, in case you guys are wondering. And then the other kid is Will, and he's this little Asian kid who is just so freaking cute, you guys. He's so adorable. He's 1.5, and he's so smart. And he's not just like smart for an Asian. He's a shitty driver, but he knows so many words. And like one of his favorite phrases to use is guy working. And we go for walks every morning, and when he says guy working, it means he's seen a construction worker. And he just stops in his tracks and he just looks at the construction worker and he just keeps saying, guy working, guy working, guy working, until I talk to the construction worker. So it makes it so awkward for me because I can't be like, hey, you see this kid? He loves watching men sweat and work. Like I have to be like, he really likes your hammer. Like he's so obsessed with hammers. And my vision for Will in the future is that he's gonna, because construction workers are so notorious for catcalling girls, I want Will to grow up and catcall construction workers. You know, like I want Will to like walk by a construction site and just be like, guy working, work harder, guy work, guy working. You guys, it needs work, but man, do I think that shit is funny. I'm in a relationship right now, and with Jake Weissman. We're in love. It's true, isn't it, Jake?
Yes.
Yep. I love dating. Like, being in a relationship is like fine, security, love, but like I love dating, and I love when my friends date because of all like the nicknames you can give guys, and you always nickname guys by their worst quality. Like, you would never be like, oh, hey, are you going out with that guy that's really emotionally available that loves his mom? It's always like, oh, are you going out with pre-cum again? You gonna see the dry humper? Fucking another joke that I think is so funny. Okay, thank you so much.
All right, guys. Next up is Taylor, followed by Jessica, and then Bennett. Give it up for Taylor.
Hey, that guy, the kid you're babysitting, you ever walk by Home Depot? Does he say guy working to the guy sitting out in front of there?
I'm going to do that tomorrow.
Is he, I mean, are they working? What's going on there? Hey guys, I can talk shit on them because I was raised poor. We weren't poor, but I was raised that way. Sure. Like, my dad's really cheap. Like, his idea of a daddy-daughter play day is Costco. But he pitches it really well. He does. He goes, hey, I want to take you to lunch to one of those all-exclusive, members-only places. I fell for it. He's like, you'll love it. It's one of those places where they cook the food right in front of you, and you get to watch. So I'll let you order as much as you'd like. You guys do that to your kids? You should, because, I mean, they raised an asshole, so. But he does that, like, and then, like, later we went and rode bikes together. That was nice, on aisle 7. Then afterwards, when his ink cartridges were done being filled, it was time for dessert, so we went outside around the corner, got one of those chocolate vanilla yogurt swirls. But since he took care of lunch, he had me get those. This is great. I think I had both my 7th and 8th birthday party there. Actually. But luckily, I'm not one of those girls that dates like guys like their daddy, because I probably would have gone there for prom too. Like, I am convinced, thinking about it lately, I'm convinced that my dad proposed to my mom at Costco. Like, it's like a one-stop shop. He probably walked in, like, they sell rings there, probably picked up rings, and then walked down the aisle and got, like, a sample of seafood, sat her down on one of those sample couches, and then popped the question. But the thing is, they sell the rings there in bulk, so he had to give the rest of them. He sold them to my Mormon cousin. So, I think he upped the price a little bit there. And my mom fell for it. Like, she's a fool. I think he probably gave her, like, said some really romantic things to her, like, oh, you're always gonna have a roof over your head, except never heater, never be able to watch Oprah. So, we didn't have cable. We didn't. That's a luxury, so you guys should feel really grateful. But I'm sure, like, on the way out, he picked her up some frying pans and a spatula, got himself some power tools, and I told her, like, oh yeah, you'll always have a Costco card, but never any credit cards, never access to that. Only thing is, like, nowadays, back then, it would have been different, because nowadays they sell Plan B at Costco. Like, they didn't back then, so then this little shit happened. But I think if it was nowadays, like, my dad probably would have gotten, like, a Groupon for abortions. Because I think my dad was convinced that he could raise all 3 of his kids under the cost of 1 abortion. And, no, seriously, then my mom heard me say that once. She's like, Taylor, don't be ridiculous. I'm Catholic. I would never have an abortion. She's like, I just prayed really hard for a miscarriage. It's like, well, prayers don't work. Okay, well, that's my time, guys. Thank you.
All right, next up, we have Jessica, followed by Bennett, and then James. Give it up for Jessica.
What is up? Yes, ACME, yeah. Loving it. Power of the people, that's what I'm talking about. No, I'm not trying to create a revolution. Yeah, my name is Jessica Kokathakis. I know you guys were wondering, what is she? I don't know. She could be Mayan, huh, May? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, those people that died, like counting numbers. I don't know. She could be a Pocahontas, huh? You know?
get that a lot. Love reduced to a fictional cartoon character. Hey, can I get a free latte after the set? No, I am Greek, actually. You know, I don't know what it is about Greeks, but like people feel like they can just like jump into that ethnicity at any point. Hey, is it like that movie? You know, you guys use a lot of Windex. It's like there's one freaking movie. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm being followed around by cameras the whole time. Okay, she's going to the bathroom. All right, there we go. You know, it's like there's one freaking movie. It's like I don't know what it is about Greeks, but like all of a sudden, like I'll be like getting a latte or something like that. Someone sees the last name, and then I'm an expert on restaurants and Greek cuisine. Hey, I've been hitting up that Greek place on Pico, but I want to branch out. You know any underground gyro places? Like, you mean gyro? You know? No, it's like, hey, let me go outside and get the same thing my grandmother makes at home. No, not really. It is kind of awkward, you know? People come up and they're telling me like a secret. They're like, I love baklava, you know? It's not like I see a black person and I just jump in randomly. Oh my God, slight discoloration. Hey, you're black. Well, how did Tupac die? 3 bullets, right hand, hard hit. Oh, you lost a good one. You know, or like a Jewish person. You know, oh my God, you're Jewish? I see the hat, right? I love money. Oh yeah. Oh God. Hey, well, we have time for the QuickBooks later. I need some help with the financials. It's weird. It's like I've known my whole life, you know, that I'm Greek, but it's like I don't know Odysseus. You know, my father's not a god. You know, I don't have a lamb like circling in my apartment. Hey, stop eating the quilts. Get away. You know? No, it's just. You know, it's part of me. Like, I don't know if you know this about Greeks. Like, they're difficult to take. Like, the family, it's very hands-on, you know? They don't have, like, boundary control. Every time I see my aunt, you know, we call her Manuel Malamo. It's like, you know you're going to get to, like, third base, you know? She's like, oh, Jessica, come here! Oh, honey, you've really been growing. Oh, my God, look at these boobies. This one's bigger than this one. Oh, she's drinking the milk, Daddy. Oh, my God, oh, my. Okay, get off now. Oh, a little bit heavy for the leg. Oh, okay, honey. It's not a good way to spend the 96 Olympics is what I'm saying, you know. It really puts a liver on that. Okay, one other thing. I guess, you know, people like do online dating, you know, whatever. There's dating, really. There's just like having sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll meet a guy at a bar. He's already asking about my Wi-Fi situation. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, you got Wi-Fi at your house? I like to check my email in the morning, you know? As if my vagina is not enough of an amenity. You know what I mean? This guy is like, hey, what else you got? You got a blender? I mean, these muscles, man, they're designer way, okay? I like my protein. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
All right, guys, next up, Bennett, followed by James, and then Sammy. Give it up for Bennett.
Good evening, Acme. Do you guys want me to start by talking about transcendental meditation or burritos? Guys, I gotta be honest, I don't have material on either of those things. Just kind of want to see what kind of audience I'm dealing with. And this here is a burrito crowd. That means do the dumb jokes. I was gonna go to Occupy LA, still haven't went, and I think what's been holding me back is that I don't own a tent. That's what's mainly been holding me back. So I went to a tent sale, and the guy's like, you fucking idiot, we don't sell tents at tent sales, we sell cars. Fucking dumbass. It's like, where the hell am I supposed to get a tent? Like, how the fuck should I know? So to teach that guy a lesson, I had to buy a Mercedes. Fuck him. Now I'm down a lot of money. A lot. I'm 32 years old. Now I may not look like it, but I was kind of analyzing my life and my accomplishments, and I would compare a lot of it to a Depeche Mode video, minus the attractive women, Depeche Mode, and anything remotely cinematic. But yeah, just like a Depeche Mode video. I feel you. I recently lost a job not too long ago for a pretty stupid reason. I was making photocopies of my ass. Now ordinarily I could see how that'd be a problem, but I wasn't sitting on the machine. I already had a picture of my ass and I was photocopying that. If you guys give me your emails, you can all have that too. I did recently get another job at a restaurant, and the guy that was supposed to be training me was sick, and the guy's like, yeah, he calls in sick a lot. And I stupidly, not even thinking, said, oh, well, you don't have to worry about me. I haven't gotten sick in a year and a half. I take a lot of, like, immunity supplements. And I was like, oh, fuck. There goes going to concerts, seeing sporting events. What did I just do? So I tried to make sure to make a point of it to later on in the day to mention how I have, like, 12 siblings. And how there's going to be like weddings and probably some deaths coming up in the next few months. But me, I never get sick, so you ain't got to worry about me. These siblings, fuck. Always sick. You guys know, I'm guessing nobody here watches Dancing with the Stars. You guys are above it. You're so cool. But Chaz Bono was on it, and Chaz Bono has a penis, which I'm sure you're well aware of. I'm sure it's a nice, big penis. If you're going to have it done, why not go all out? And people are making fun of Chaz's dancing abilities. Guys, you know how hard it is to dance? Just dance. Let alone dance with a penis that you just got. Chaz has a full-on fucking beard. You know how many hormone supplements Chaz is taking? That penis is going to be erect morning, noon, and night. Chaz is a fucking white swan, all right? Good night, everyone.
I like how the burrito crowd is somehow above Dancing with the Stars. I shouted burrito, I'll admit it. And now I never felt so bad about shouting burrito in my life. You took me down a peg. All right, guys, next up is James, followed by Sammy, and then Leah. Give it up for James.
What's going on, people? My name's James, but it sucks because, like, I know all, like, majority of my friends, I'm Black James. Which sucks. Like, and if you have two Black James, it's like I'm Big James. It sucks. It's like it has to be. And it sucks is that some of my white friends, like, I think they want more from me. They want more of the blackness, and I don't have certain things. I can't rap. Like, I try, but it's just terrible. Like, one time, about maybe a month ago, me and my homie were in a car and we backed up. We hit somebody, and the guy was all tripping. And my homie, he was like legit. My white homie, he's like, handle it, James. I'm like, handle what? Get his insurance? I cannot. I am a humble black man. Okay. I go home, I smoke weed, and watch Terminator. Like, I'm not what everyone thinks it is. How many people? Of course, everybody's Facebook. But anybody poke each other? You guys poke? Yeah. And I thought it was cool. Like, I started poking people like all the time. And my homie called me up, and he was not feeling it. He's like, hey, what's up, dude? What you doing poking me and shit? Oh, what's up? I was trying to say hi. Hey. Nigga trying to say hi. Nigga, it's Saturday night at 3 a.m. Well, I was just smoking, and I was on Facebook. Like, oh, hey, what's up, Z-Ray? Like, hey, nigga, you should be poking other bitches, all right? You should be poking. It's Saturday night. You need to be with some women, James. I'm like, I know. But though certain friends are interesting because it's like on my birthday I invited everybody and I was like, oh my God, I've invited my homies who I stayed with like from high school and stuff, and then I got my white boy improvisers and stuff, Second City IO, whatever, and they met and I was like, this is gonna be terrible. Holy shit! I should have said I had 2 different birthdays. But the best thing about it, Call of Duty, that saved me. Call of Duty. I get pretty pumped up in video games. I feel like it reflects me after. Like my mom, she's like, what's wrong, baby? I'm like, oh, I lied, I died. The Horde. It's a Warcraft reference. See, but surprise, a black man knows that. See, right on. A level 17 night elf druid, dude. I can turn into a bear. But speaking of bear, like my friends, like nickname, they call me Bear, and it sucks because it's like I want to be like, oh, I'm a dangerous bear, I'll destroy your face. But like my friends are like, no, you're a teddy bear. like, stop it, not in front of my homies. And they be like, what's up, nigga, Brer, huh? Bear. I'm like, it's different, y'all. This is like, okay, this is different. I'm gonna leave you guys out with one more thing. You know what? No, that's cool, y'all. Right on. Thank you guys. That's good.
All right, next up, Sammy, followed by Leah, and then Steve. Give it up for Sammy.
A little shaken up today. I found out that my doctor, my physician, had a stroke, which is just like, right, the guy who's been telling you to be healthy the whole time is unhealthy, right? Been telling me to eat my vegetables. Now look what he is. I found out my dog has cancer the same day. And the worst part about that is I don't even know how to tell him. You know? Like I tried slipping a note in his bowl, you know, like, hey, felt some lumps on your testicles, man, no big deal. I checked your prostate, you know. The joke. I don't even have a dog. He's dead. I have been on the raw foods diet for about 3 weeks now. Ever since gas companies shut my power off. And man, my living situation, it's so sad. Like I have nothing in my apartment. I can't afford anything. Like to the point where if I got robbed, I wouldn't be as scared as I would be embarrassed. Like trying to explain to the robber why I don't have anything. Like we were gonna get a stereo here, you know, but like we got those chairs off of Craigslist, right? Just doing this comedy thing right now. It's not really. I mean, if this joke gets me on TV, you can have one. You know what I mean? I just don't want to be homeless. You know, I could be homeless. I just don't want to be a beggar. That sounds like a slur for homeless people, right? It's got 2 G's, and I just don't want to be in that boat. You know, I want to be a professional. You know, I went to a job interview recently. I don't think many of us have really gone to one of those lately, but they use fist bumps now. Yeah, isn't that crazy? That's like a new professional. I mean, it's more sanitary, right? But it's like, that's like the new thing. Like, yeah, I like that guy. Why? Because he has a nice firm bump, bro. I don't like that guy. Why? I mean, he's got cold, sweaty knuckles. I keep my beard well trimmed, though. You know, I keep that looking good. And my friends are always like, why do you trim your beard? I have to. If I don't, I get what I call 9/11 face. And, it's a syndrome where I get blamed for something I'm not involved in. I'm Lebanese, and I told this to a guy once. He's like, oh, you're Lebanese? My girlfriend's Lebanese. You want to see a picture? I was like, sure. Okay, show me one. And he pulls up his phone. I think he's going to show me a nice, beautiful, young Lebanese woman. And the picture he pulls up is a girl bent over with a thong exposed. And, like, I'm speechless. I'm still trying to be cordial. So I'm just like, oh, yeah, you know, they say Lebanese women are very beautiful. And then he pulls up more pictures where she's just exposing herself, just in all these embarrassing positions, just totally giving away his whole sex life. And there's no faces in any of these pictures. It's just an exposed Lebanese body. The point where I'm feeling uncomfortable, and I watch porn, but this was just too much. I was like, dude, seriously, I'm not even full Lebanese, bro. All right? I'm part Italian. He's like, my grandma's Italian. You want to see a picture of her? No, I don't. All right, guys, thank you very much.
Keep it going, guys. Next up is Leah, followed by Steve, and then Jake. Give it up for Leah.
How's it going? Sweet. Thanks to one person who answered me. My last name's Kajanian, and that always freaks people out when they're introduced to me. But it's weird because my first name is Leah, and it's just spelled like Leah, you know. But people like pronounce my first name weird, like they think it's gonna sound all foreign because of my. They're like, like, you know, they freak out about it. And I'm like, do people of other ethnicities get this too? Like, is anybody just like at a seminar just like, ooh, Yasique Gonzalez? And someone stands up in the back like, yeah, Jessica. Yeah, that's me. Called me here. I'm an English language historian. Here to transcribe some documents for you. So, I was in a bar. I'm from Oklahoma, and in Oklahoma you can still smoke in bars. And I was sitting in a bar, I was sitting there by myself, and I was drinking a beer, and I was smoking a cigarette. And some guy from 2 tables down said, excuse me, would you still be smoking that cigarette if I were breastfeeding an infant over here? Like, no, okay? I would be putting it out right away and then concentrating all of my brain power on coming up with a plan to annihilate your baby. Because that child is the Antichrist if it can suckle milk from a dry, hairy man nipple. Like, I'll destroy a baby to save the world. I don't even care, okay? Besides, what are you doing breastfeeding your little Satan baby in a bar at midnight? You're a horrible transvestite mommy. You're gonna judge me, I'm gonna judge you right back. People just say weird things. I'm just like, I'm one of those people that, you know, people want to talk to, but just not anything normal. Like a guy, I have this tattoo on my arm that says Veritas means truth. And like my shirt's covering part of it, so a guy came up to me in a bar one time and he's like, hey, do you have the word fajitas tattooed on your arm? I was like, yeah. It's my baby daddy's last meal before they executed him. Just wanted a little something to remember him by. I would have gotten his name, but I don't know it, so. I was sitting at a bar with my friend the other day, and she's like about to get married, okay? And she's wasted. And she's talking to this guy on the other side of her at the bar, and she's like, Leah, I don't know what to do because I just really like this guy, and you know, I'm in love with Jeff, but I never see him. And I'm like, you know what we can do? I got a plan. I bet that we can get this guy to rape you. It'd be like all the pleasure and none of the guilt. Seriously. All right, that was a terrible way to end my set. I'm gonna end on rape. All right, thanks, guys.
All right, next up, Steve, followed by Jake, and then Dana. Give it up for Steve.
Leah, I'm sorry, I was covering up the camera with my large body. I was sitting on the stairs, and Ian ran over to tell me something. I thought he was going to say, like, I haven't seen you yet, but you've got it. But it was, hey, fat guy, scoot over. My wife calls me Bear, too. You know, obviously we're both cuddly, cute guys. She also calls me Papa, which I'm okay with. But one that makes me really uncomfortable is she calls me Dad sometimes, which is weird. Especially like in front of the ticket booth, like when I'm buying tickets for the movies, and she says, Dad, can we get popcorn? I'm like, cut it out, okay? The teenage girl's looking at us all weird. She was acting weird today. She was acting weird before I left. And she's real clingy and real needy, and she was like, Papa, don't go, don't go. And she's a very independent, strong woman. So I was trying to figure out what's going on with her, because she was really acting emotional. And then the thought occurred to me, is she on her period? But I know this is something like you can't ask, because that's what like the guys at the beginning of the movie that are with the girl that she breaks up with the guy ask it in like 80s movies. Are you on your period or something? I asked her though, are you on your period? And she said yes. And so I said, all right, I won't do so many mics. If you're going to do that stereotype, I'll be a little lazy tonight. That did happen tonight. That was a bad joke. How are you, Jake? I'm fine. Can you think you can follow this? Thank you, Jake. I really appreciate that. Halloween was last week. I have a love and hate relationship with Halloween. I love Halloween because of breasts. Women who keep those beautiful mounds of love under wraps all year long for Halloween weekend. Let them breathe as if America has become some long-forgotten, what's the word? Renaissance fair, motherfucker. I was on a roll slowing it down, squeezing out the laughter, and then I fucked up. But besides breasts, there's absolutely nothing in Halloween for me. You want me to dress up and fantasize and put on a costume? I wake up at noon and I work twice a week. And I think I'm doing enough fantasizing, think I'm going to make money off of this someday. Also, I think I could do without being so whimsical. It's time. It's time for me to grow up. I don't think any man should ever dress up in a Halloween costume, except for a woman, whether it be his daughter or his wife. I started to give the same lecture I was just giving you right now to my wife, and she got sad looking at it. And I was like, okay, quit being like the fucking dad from the Wonder Years and just dress up. So I was a bear this year, just like you said. Didn't mind it one bit with the smaller trick-or-treaters, but I swear to God, these high school girls are going to be the death of me. There comes a time when girls should stop trick-or-treating, and that time is when they revealed their rock-hard high school midriff in their Halloween costume. I was like, what the fuck? Let's not give these girls some candy. Let's go get some wine coolers or something. Usually with the small kids, I worry about giving them too much candy, but some of these girls, I was like, do they have their HPV shots? Thank you, I'm Steve.
Next up is Jake, followed by Dana, and then Aranza. Give it up for Jake.
Oh man, let's get right to it. People think I want to fuck cats. Yeah, people think that I want to fuck cats. I love cats. Like I talk about cats all the time. People think actually it gets sexual how much I talk about them. I don't want to fuck cats. I do know that I love that my cats are female, sure, and I like that they like have different ways in which they move their cat hips. But I don't want to have sex with them, or I didn't think I wanted to have sex with them until I went on a date. I've been seeing a woman that I really like, and I knew this. Here's how I knew the woman really liked me. Was we went on the date, and at the end of like the fourth date or something, I went in for a kiss, and she stopped me, and she's like, "Hold on, Jake," and she reaches in her bag, takes out some mascara, and draws whiskers on her face, and then asks me to lean back and starts going down on me. And as she was giving me a blowjob with the face of the cat, I don't know whether I'm attracted to cats or not, but I do know there's nothing in the world that could have stopped that from happening. You know what I mean? Really? Just a it's perversion at its finest. What are we doing? We're telling jokes? Okay. I think technology is ruining us. Sure, I do. I think that we have so much information now that we think we're the computers. Like it's way too much information all the time, but we're not apt to be computers. We're humans, but it's driving us crazy. It's overloading our brains. So like nowadays, if you're dating someone, you send them a text message. You don't hear back for 5 minutes. You're like, great, guess we're breaking up. You know, it's been 5 minutes. Guess they moved to Alaska. I found out about the cat obsession. You know, and then like 6 hours later, they respond. It's just like, hey, but there's no exclamation mark. You're like, what are you being sarcastic? Fuck you. You know, where's the exclamation mark that validates my entire human existence? You know, do you even like me? It's like so terrible though. If you're dating someone and you're friends with them on a social networking site, that's like the cardinal rule now of fucking insanity. Because now if you're dating someone on Facebook. You don't hear from Carly for like a day. You go on her Facebook wall and you look at everyone else's wall she's written on, like some crack Nancy Drew idiot spy. And you're like, I know that guy, I know that guy, I know that guy. Who the fuck is Andrew Willis, you know? Who the fuck is it, you know? And so you go on Andrew Willis's page and you see that Carly has written, hey, it was really nice to see you the other night. And you look at his picture and you're like, I don't like how square his jaw is. He's a beautiful man, you know? He'd make a beautiful father. I know that Carly has like 3 more years of prime baby making in her. And she might run away with him to the Midwest as beautiful seed. And then you start looking at his pictures, like rifling for clues. And you're like, oh, look, there's a picture of Andrew petting a puppy. You're like, great, now he's fucking her doggy style. You know, that's awesome. And then there's another picture. It's like Andrew sipping some wine. You're like, great, so now Andrew and Carly are in Italy having sex in a vineyard, and he's crushing sex grapes on her breasts, makes some sort of sex wine, conceiving their first child while shouting the name Jake, you know, just to fuck with you, because the internet has taken over your life. Get over Carly, that happened in college, you know. I'm Jake, thank you, goodbye.
All right, guys, next up is Dana, followed by Aranza, and then Maurice. Give it up for Dana.
What's up, my bitches? What's going on in this piece? All right, I feel like I should take this off. Hold on. Let's get naked. Gotta loosen up, you know what I mean? This is warm wool. I want to let you guys in on a female secret here. Women are the horniest. I hate that word. Ugh, I wish there was another one. Women are the horniest. Really, I think of an animal when I say that word. Let's say sexually aroused, okay? Women are the most sexually aroused when they are ovulating, okay? True, when the eggs are releasing. Now, this is makes it hard to find a man 24 to 27 to have sex with you when that's happening and you know, it slips in conversation. That's all I'm saying. I experienced this about 4 days ago when I was ovulating, and I realized I turned into a man, kind of. There's like a sort of like an invisible penis here. I want it fast and hard and quick, and I won't call you back. You don't sleep over, you get out and leave. Maybe I will Facebook chat you or poke you when I'm feeling it again. I don't know. We'll see. My friends joke. They're like, Dana, you're manly with guys. Like, you don't, and they call me like a lesbian, and it's like a joke. Haha, like I'm a lesbian. Whatever. I'm not a lesbian. I'm not. I like guys. Just because I appreciate a woman's beauty does not make me a lesbian, people. Okay? I see you judging me over there. You can see that. Just because I would rather go hang out with my girlfriends than go on a date with a man does not make me a lesbian, okay? Just because I get my girlfriends a little too drunk and have them sleep over does not make me a lesbian. And, just because, some things happen, I like to, when they're lying next to me, if, their shirt comes off and I give them a little massage while they're sleeping, doesn't make me a lesbian, people. Stop the judging. I sleep with men. I do. I am sexual with men. I like to play this game called, in the bedroom, called Tuck in Your Pee-Pee, Put on My Bra, and Respond When I Call You Brittany. So I'm not a lesbian. Just clear that up in here. We just did that. Is it 3 minutes? What's going on with that red light? What's going on with that?
About 30 seconds.
30 seconds. What's going on? I want to end off with some advice to the female comedians. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. Ladies, all we have are our mouths, so let's use them. Did this go off? Okay, put the mic. All right. Let's redo that joke. Let's redo that one. Ladies, all we have are our mouths, so let's use them right. I'm Dana Moon. You can follow me on Twitter, and you can watch my lesbian videos on YouTube. Get up your host, because he's funny and sexy.
All right. Well, thank you, non-lesbian. All right. Next up, let's give it up for Aranza, followed by Maurice and Solomon. Aranza. Oh, okay. There you are.
Yes, I'm here.
Disappeared.
I know. I was chewing gum, people. You know how that goes. You forget, you get lost in the fucking gumdom. What the fuck is going on here, guys? How are we doing? I'm going great tonight. Okay. All right, there's a long rumor about how black men are just the horrible, most like beaters, just treat women like shit, And like I would start defending brothers, but they just outed themselves in music. Like not even rap. I'm talking about R&B classics. Like every R&B singer has a song they're trying to get back with a bitch. It's like the Jackson 5 at 10 years old was talking about I want you back. It's like, what did you guys do? Like, what did you guys do? It's like Ruben Sutter was a church nigga. He won American Idol. He had a song, I'm Sorry for 2004. It's like, hold on. If he's sorry for a whole year, maybe we shouldn't be dating them. Oh, man. My grandmother's a knitter. She knitted this. Hell fucking yes. Oh, I am proud. Most people don't got grandma with these kind of hands. And it's great for her because if you're a knitter and you're like old, like 80, it's like having a pair of double D's. Everybody is down to fuck. Like all the old men just can't get enough. I'm like, well, she makes a good sweater. She probably makes a good pumpkin pie. I like to fuck her, Johnny. Yeah. Oh man. But don't say that about her. She's a nice old lady. No. I like to fuck her. That's how they talk of the old folks home, people. I have experience with this. Oh man, you are swagged the fuck out. Where are you going tonight? You can't just be hitting this stage. Where are you going? You scouting town? What's going on? Look at you with your white boots. Can't let girls date you. Look, my boots all fucked up. Yours is brand new and shit. It's like, who's supposed to date you in this bitch? You got 3 colors of pink, a nice pair of glasses. It's like, god damn it. Good little highlights on top. It's like, chill out. Girls are single right now. We're trying to on the come up, man. You're looking too fly for all of us. It's too much. Too much for me. Girls, we love Beyonce and Lady Gaga, but nobody likes Beyonce and Lady Gaga like our gay best friends. Like, for real. Like, as soon as you go through a breakup, my gay best friend Izzy, like, he'll give me some advice and Lady Gaga and Beyonce talk. Like, but he takes a whole minute to load up. He's like a computer. He just be like, girl,
what he do to you? Then he turns into a man for 5 seconds. What that nigga do to you? It's like, well, you're going to the left tonight. You gotta ring that alarm. Sometimes you gotta ring that alarm, girl. Girl, we need to tell little old Alejandro that he ain't nothing but a bad romance. And if he really wanted, he should have known you was only with him because he had a big ego. And we're gonna be in the club like some single ladies tonight, girl. We're gonna be in that club, girl. 5 hand claps, girl. 5 hand claps. I'm around to Bombay. That's my time.
All right, next up we have Maurice, followed by Solomon, and then Sam. Give it up for Maurice.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you about a nightmare I had recently, man. Like one of those nightmares you have when you can see everything in your house, everything's familiar. Like you see that same TV, but you can't move. And y'all know about that? I mean, you just can't move. Like I had that nightmare, man. It was like this lizard monster right next to me, and I couldn't it was like right there looking at me, and I was trying to get it, I was trying to move, and I was trying real hard to break out of the nightmare. I'm like, and I finally moved, and I knocked it out the way, man. And it was just a sock, man. It just looked like a lizard the way it was placed. I was like, man, I got a sweat, and I was like, oh man, that's the scariest dreams. Man, I used to think I was the only one that had it. I thought it was just my problem. Like I had to tell people about it. Like, man, I just keep having these nightmares, man. I can't move. I just keep seeing, you see that same TV that's in your room, and you just can't do nothing about it. Like it's just there. Like when I was a kid, after I just watched that movie Ghost. You know, when you see them shadows, the devil that gets them. So I had this dream. I was laying in the bed, and at the end of my bed, it was that ghost, them shadows looking at me. Like that, and I couldn't move, and they're just coming at me. I was like, man, I'm trying to move, and I can't move, man. The next thing you know, it made this very scary sound when it came at me, and it rolled up my bed. It's like then it was crawling up my bed, and I'm like, and then then the dream, I broke out the dream. I was like, God, my heart was beating real hard, and then I came into my parents' room, and I was knocking on the door, I was like, Mom, can you let me in? And my dad got mad. I was like, damn, son. Can I have my room? Can I have my wife? I was like, Dad, I got a nightmare though, son. Well, deal with it, son. And at the time, I didn't know that my dad was trying to get some action from my mom. And I was I was cop blocking him, man. I didn't know. I was like, this shit's scary, Dad. It's like the devil. It was like them damn ghosts. But it's a lot of people scared of these horror movies like Chucky and Freddy Krueger. Those are the scariest movies to people, like The Exorcist. One of the scariest movies that traumatized me when I was a kid, I seen on TV, was Stand By Me. It was that part when they were in the swamp and them leeches got on that dude's dick. And when I seen that shit, man, that fucked up my mind because I kept thinking they were on me. I was they're itching me. I was like, they're itching. I was like, they own me. They own me. And I used to be sleeping and I used to be really I used to be scratching myself. Cause I used to think them things were on me. Cause you see how leeches look? Them things are fucking disgusting. And they can heal you, cause they said they're for healing purposes, they can suck the poison out or something. I was like, I'll just die. I'm just not letting them things on me, man, cause I live the rest of my life traumatized. The fact that it has a leech on me, man, it's when I seen that part. Oh man, that took me a while to get over that, man. That traumatized me. That dude had leeches on his dick like that. I was scared to get in the pool, man, cause I think I might come out with them on me. Fucking leeches, man. That's gonna end it right there.
All right, guys, we are at our last 3 comedians for the night. Give it up for your last 3. Starting off with Solomon, followed by Sam, and then Kennedy.
How's it going, guys? Home stretch. I take the bus everywhere I go, because life is short, and that's where they keep all the fun people. It's a bargain, $1.50 for crack at theater, any day, any of the week. And it's actually, I have a good time. I've overheard some amazing things taking the bus. I'm going to share 3 direct quotes from these experiences. They're all 100% true, and you don't get to unknow them once I say them. So I'll start off with the first one. Sorry, takes a little bit out of me. I'm going downtown to fight a ghost. He was a bad motherfucker when he was alive, but he ain't shit now he dead. That's cool. Can you get off my lap, sir? On to the next one. You don't want to roll snake eyes. That means you lose. Unless you're playing ninja dice. I don't know what that means, but I want to play ninja dice. And the final one. If crack was free, I wouldn't be on this goddamn bus. That's a riddle. By the way, none of these people were black, so let's go ahead and fix whatever image we had in our minds right quick for me. Move on to the next bit. Growing up, I was, I have social anxiety now. It's just the way, I'm sure most of us do. It's terrible because I know what I look like. I'm a 6'4" attractive black male with an amazing set of legs and a huge penis. But I have to say that 9 times in the mirror or else I can't leave my house. And this made me a fairly awkward child, and I used to do weird things. I actually used to keep a list of the wool blazers I would one day purchase from the Sears catalog in my front pocket at all times. I got detention in the 2nd grade for aggressively bragging about my cursive writing skills. I once spent 3 days drafting a time machine that I would take to go back in time and hang out with the cast of Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman. It's true. And whenever I was picked last for team sports, I would begin to sing the chorus to Vanessa Williams' Save the Best for Last. Sometimes the sun goes round the moon. Sometimes the snow falls down in June. Do 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 do. You go and save the best for last. What the fuck's he doing? Right field, faggot! Over here. I remember that. All right. Yeah. All right, guys, it's my time. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you again.
All right, guys. Next up, we have Sam, and then we'll end it off with Kennedy. Give it up for Sam.
All right, there's like 4 people left. This is awesome. Thank you. I'm a little upset that girl left, the one with like the nice knitted sweater. I want to ask her if she got hers because this thing sucks. It's bad. My I don't want it. Whatever. So I guess I'll start off with a joke. I guess that's what we're here to do. A narwhal. Do you guys know what a narwhal is? Do you guys know what that is? It's a whale with a horn. I guess a little word of advice. Don't make the same mistake I did. If you are at a Halloween party and you see a cute girl with a horn on her forehead, she's not a narwhal. She's a unicorn. Nah, alright. But she didn't have a tail. That's the thing. You have to have a tail. That's a unicorn narwhal. Otherwise, they think you're fat or something. I don't know. Whatever. I guess the New Year's is coming up. Do you guys have your resolutions already planned out? Do you? I know it's a little early. It's November. Almost Thanksgiving. No, you seem like you do. You seem like you are set. You have a plan. No? All right. Well, I got a New Year's resolution. I'm going to have this huge ab coming out party. It's going to be sick. Basically, 4 months after New Year's, I'm not going to drink for 4 months. I'm going to eat right. I'm going to work out. And I'm just going to, work off all this little baby fat. And at the end of the 4 months, it will be my birthday. And I'm going to have a huge ab coming out party. I swear, it's going to be sick. I'm going to come out of a pool in nothing but a wet white t-shirt. And I'm going to just tear off my shirt. I'm going to let the water drip down my pecs and my rock hard abs. It's going to be so sick. I think she's the only one who wants to go. The dude's right here, hipster. No, you don't want to go. Yeah, that's cool. They're just abs. They're so sexy. But I already have like 3 seating sections available. Okay, this is how cool this party is going to be. I have a VIP zone, I have a splash zone, and then I have a VIP splash zone. If there's some young girls in the audience, I would tell them, "What's up, girls? Just a fair warning. If you're going to sit down in the VIP splash zone, you're going to get wet." Oh! All right. I'm just trying to get my feet wet. I appreciate it, guys. That's my time. I'll have a good one.
Thanks, Sam, for advertising your ad party to a room full of guys. All right. Let's finish this bitch off with Kennedy, guys. Give it up for Kennedy.
Woo! Thank you. The headliner tonight. It's great to be headlining. I'm in Hollywood! That's why I always wanted to. Oh shit, there's like a spot right there. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. I'm glad I don't get to see that every day. As you can probably tell, I am a Raiders fan. No, I dress a little fashionably. I shop at Baby Gap. I like Baby Gap because it's made by kids for kids. Thank you. My name is Kennedy. I was named after the space station. And some people ask me, Kennedy, why do you wear sunglasses at night? I say, fuck you. It's none of your business. I actually have a seeing eye disorder. It's called I'm a douchebag. I just flew in from London. Man, is my cock huge. I mean, are my wings tired? I always fuck that joke up. Man, are my wings tired? No, I flew in from London. I've been living there for a few years, and I was trying to explain to my British friends how big the United States is compared to England, because England's a very tiny country. I said, you know, you can take the whole of England and put it right down inside Sarah Palin's uterus. That's how big the United States is. I find Sarah Palin strangely attractive, though. Does anybody find her attractive? She really, you know, she kind of stands for everything. When you know that old saying, giving a woman an education is like handing a chimpanzee a machine gun. It really makes sense with her. I kind of find myself wanting to revenge fuck her for all the poor people in the world. Kind of maybe blow like a load of freedom all over her face. No? So I had to break up with this girl, which is never easy. Have you had to break up with a girl anytime recently? What's your name, sir? Nobody cares, really. I mean, what's your name, sir? Kelly. It's nice to meet you, Kelly. I had to break up with this girl, and she said, you know, what does this new girl have that I don't have? And I said, well, she's got tits. But the new girl, thank you, perfect timing. Roxanne, you don't have to, oh, sorry. So I met my new girlfriend, who I dumped my old girlfriend for, at yoga class, and whenever I go to yoga, I try to position myself in the back of yoga so that the girl with the hottest dumper is right in front of me. Because that way you just spend like an hour and a half doing downward doggy, staring at the best dumper in the class. And this one fateful day at yoga, I was deep in meditation, and I don't mean to lower the tone in the room any more than I already have, which I apologize for. But she pussy farted right in my face in yoga. And you know, yoga's about being meditative and not thinking too much, and you know, there's no way that you know you can really not, that would break your meditation. It would break Buddha's meditation if that happened to him. But I could tell by the tone and the timbre of her pussy fart that she had a very small vagina. So I asked her out for a latte, and she said yes, and now we are currently going through a divorce. So thank you very much. I'm Kennedy. I'll be on Chat Roulette tonight.
I don't know how it happens, but every open mic ends with a pussy fart joke, guys. So that's how you know we are done. Thank you so much for coming out. We're here every Tuesday. My name is Ian Tindell. I've had a great time with you guys. I hope you've had a great time tonight. Have a good one. Take care.